Play me something.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'll play you some.
Keep going. Keep going. Dude, oh man,
It's silly.
I miss playing with you, man.
I miss playing with you. It's silly.
Um,
It's winter.
it's like been 85 degrees out here in LA for NAMM, which you did not attend this
I
year.
didn't go. I've got a kid that doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
I don't sleep. I don't do anything. This is the first thing I've done in 2 years.
Just, you know, get 2-hour windows where you get to have a cigar and a Modelo.
Yeah, we got lucky with that 2-hour window. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special Monday edition of Guitar Gate Live. And every year I make my annual pilgrimage out to NAMM and visit my old friend and probably my favorite guitar player that I've ever met or heard, Mr. Noah Engh.
That's mutual.
Well, I appreciate
And
that.
it's mutual because of the humor, I think.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
There's humor in guitar playing if you allow it.
Everybody's so damn serious
There's a lot
out
of
there.
serious players out there. I know serious players, and there's a place for serious playing, and there's probably more places for serious playing than there are for silly playing.
Yeah.
But that's where I live. That's my address.
So one thing I wanted to, showcase about you is one, some of your crazy licks that you throw in places,
Yes.
and two, your ridiculous rig.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a rig. Let's talk about the rig first.
All right, so see if you can.
This isn't your everyday rig
Yeah, let's.
or
talk-
your every person rig. Let's first talk about the guitar.
Yeah. So this is an Engh special,
This
the
is an
T90.
T90 built by my buddy David Aldrich in Seattle.
Yeah.
And it's a short scale with a telly body with a P90 up here and a single coil here, and it's punchy and it's
Yeah.
weird, and I like it. And David made me for it out of the blue, and I've been using pretty much nothing but it.
Does he have a site or something we can tag,
I'm gonna tag it.
or does he just make obscure guitars for obscure people?
He does, I think that's what he does. He doesn't have a website or anything.
And he
but-
doesn't even tell you that you're getting it,
But
right?
no, he did. He did. No, it was pretty much a surprise. But we'll put a link to be able to reach out to David if you're interested in getting a T90 Engh of your own. Currently, the only one I think that's out there. But it's perfect for riffs like this. So that's what it's for. It's not for much else.
And what are you playing through over there?
Oh, boy, right-
See if you can bring it in around your.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it in here right now. We've got a Honeytone amp run by a 9-volt battery and an MXR carbon copy delay for slapback. And
I mean, what else do you need?
that's all you need. And the best.
Can you turn it up a little bit? Or is that all it's got?
Yes,
More of that.
Yeah.
No, No, do some more of that.
Oh, some more of that? Some more of that? Let's see.
More of that bump. And it only works when you do this.
You know, totally works.
So, when you recorded this recent record, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, can we tag a
Absolutely.
link
We're
in
going to be
here?
tagging that. It's, you know, you can go to noahenghmusic.bandcamp.com. I've got 2 little EPs on there.
Yeah, and so you call it Rag Honk.
Well, this isn't rag honk so much. This is my own stuff. I haven't recorded anything under my plain old name in a while. This was just stuff I started recording, and you know, I like using gear that is a little hard for other people to play.
Dude,
That's my favorite thing. You know, there's
that no one can jump in on your
there's
stuff.
something to be said about a Marshall, a Les Paul, or a 1950 Strat and a Champ.
Yeah.
You know, but like anyone can play those.
Right. When it's easy, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
You want the amp to fight you, the guitar to fight you.
I want the whole thing to be a brawl, and I don't want to win, but I want to make a lot of noise losing. I think that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Dude, so I have that Fender Bullet I've had forever.
I love that bullet.
And it's fretted out to all get out. And every time someone goes to play it, they're like, "This is borderline unplayable." And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of my thing."
Yeah, you can't play licks like this on a Marshall. It won't work. It would sound awful. And you might think that sounds awful, but it doesn't. Your ear just isn't trained to the Dan Electro 9-volt yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that real 9-volt power.
You really got a lot of room in there to explore.
Now, when you did
battery.
the record though, you actually used that as a head.
Yeah, so
and ran it through a Fender
I
Twin?
ran it through a 1990s Fender Blues Deluxe
Yeah.
Tweed.
And it was glorious.
It was great. I just ran it pretty clean. I let this do all the dirty work, and I cranked the bass on the Fender, and I got this amazing sound. But a lot of that sound too comes from another thing I know we were going to talk about, which is making a lot of noise as one person.
Yeah, well, see, so all the bands you've been in for the most part, it's just been the power trio, right?
Yeah, when I moved out here, I was in a couple bands where there was 2 guitar players, but I didn't really come into my own as a guitar player until I was playing with just a bass player and a drummer, because there was so much
It's ground to cover.
air you got to move around and ground you got to cover, and that's kind of where I developed hybrid picking almost by accident, and then.
And I'm with you on that. Once you start doing it, you kind of can't go back.
No. I mean, there's this, there's this, right?
Yeah.
And then there's this.
Yeah.
There's just more air.
Yeah.
You know, that's a Lightning Hopkins riff, but.
Well, so why don't you show us a couple other licks that people probably are not going to be able to put in anyway.
There's a couple things, and you can take notes from guys like, there's a couple licks I've lifted straight from other players. Junior Brown's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
He's so out there, and
And before you play the lick, doesn't he do one of those things where he just stays on a chord indefinitely when he's doing licks?
Oh yeah.
And let the band just kind of take it for a minute?
Yeah, there's a lot of vamping. I like vamping.
Yeah.
I've been known to do a train beat song in E for 45 minutes. Do the entire set. Junior Brown has these great weird little licks where you like this. And this. And you can move them all up and down. It doesn't have to make sense.
So you fit that in over just a...
Yeah, go ahead. And then so there's that stuff, and then
that's how you get paid the big money.
That's how you make the big money. My phone rings off the hook for those licks. Everyone wants those licks. My favorites are the weird bends, though. Bends are. I had this video you can check out called Bumpa Bumpa Bumpa, and my buddy Eli.
We'll drop that in here.
My buddy Eli Wolfmeyer showed me this bend, and I took it home and immediately wrote a song. And he was like, "Yeah, if you're an A and you do something like this." you know, I'm like, oh, that's a really cool lap steel bend. But
Yeah.
let's take it out of context and just do. And I think those bends are so cool. Using little bends that's, you know, like.
Now that's a good one. So you
That's a
started
good
up
one.
on the third string
I
and then went
started
down.
up and go down a little bit.
Yeah.
And I tend to use that one in. The key doesn't matter in that one. So like you could be doing a, you know, like
So you're like me. You're interested in the key not mattering that
yeah,
much.
sure. Like, and I use that a lot to transition from a 1 to a 4. So like,
Yeah.
you know, let's do a slow blues and a, you know, a quick change slow blues in G. You know, 1, 2, 3. And then I'll throw it right here. Here's another one. Bend to the 7, always. Always bend to the 7. Right? And you can throw it in there again in a different key. You know what I mean? You could put those in, it's just crying.
Just make him take it.
It's just make them take it. You know, I think one of both our favorite records is B.B. King Live at the Regal.
Absolutely.
And I think the best part of that record, besides the thing where he modulates up to a different
Is
key,
the girl
is
screaming?
the girl screaming is the loudest part of the record, and you could just make samples of that, and it's just it's just all out. Ah, give me a baby. give me a. I really. Oh my God.
Girl, I see you at the back of the room.
You know.
Making your bubble strut.
You got to make your bubble strut from wall to wall, as Bob Log III would say.
So, what's that one thing that you like to do all the time? You were playing for me earlier, where you just throw in inappropriate Hendrix bends where they don't make sense.
Yeah, you know, I've got the utmost respect and appreciation for Hendrix. I never had that huge Hendrix phase. I never had the Strat with the wah, and I never kind of went all out and wild, but there's a couple things he does. You know, let's do it again. Let's go slow. Let's do the same thing. Quick change in G. And then you throw this in. That would be the Hendrix thing to throw in, you know? I don't know what that's called. We should have prefaced this with, you know, Mike and I did meet at GIT, but I dropped out because I don't understand music theory at all.
But you know what, though? You have great ears, though, dude.
And I thank you. I do. I know that. I've got great ears. I got great hands, and that's carried me through a lot of things. But not having that and being like half dyslexic. I mean, I just can't read music. It doesn't make sense to me.
That and you're horrible with people.
I'm horrible with people. I hate big crowds. The deck is stacked against me. It's terrible.
Oh man. So, where can people find you? Where can they find out more about you?
Well, you can get these 2 EPs I have on noahenghmusic.bandcamp.com. I've got 2 of them. One's called the Broken Camel EP, and one's called South Hollywood Cocktail, and they're just really fun little songs. You can YouTube me if you really want to. I don't recommend it. I don't have a YouTube channel, I don't think. I think I do, actually, but I've posted a couple things on there. You know, the thing is, I'm not really around much right now. I'm not out there in the
You're not on the scene. Yeah,
I'm not on the scene.
You're with child.
I'm with child. I stay home a lot with the kid. He doesn't sleep well. I'm not out a lot at night.
Yeah.
But so I do things when I feel like it, and I can do it. And so you can find me if you want to. I just don't advise it.
You're not busking at Hollywood and La Brea.
Busking at Hollywood and La Brea right now. They tore down my favorite club in LA. I can't play there anymore.
Well, what was that
The
one?
Piano Bar.
Right.
God, what a great place to play and work and all that stuff. But so now that I've been playing at home a little more, I'm not out and testing weird riffs at
Maybe
clubs.
you should make a kids album.
I was thinking about it because I play ragtime ukulele too.
Yeah, you gotta loosen up your subject matter a little bit.
A tiny bit.
Yeah.
Now we also have to talk about the car horn.
Give me the car horn.
Okay, give me a train beat in a E. Now, the great thing about the car horn is it has to be out of key. You just take a triad anywhere, and you just give it a volume swell. Here comes that train. Here it comes. Oh, no, it's switching directions.
It's gotta be out of key.
It doesn't work because this is in key.
Fuck that.
This is terrible. Has to at least be here. You know? This is what else, you know? So yeah, I'm big into tricks. I'm big into stuff like that. I'm big into just making a lot of noise. I also like, you know, Billy Gibbons is one of my favorite players, obviously.
Yeah.
And I love the Lightning Hopkins stuff he does, and you know, he'll have, you know, these great 4 licks that hit these weird notes. That, you know, let's just do some of that. So. This would be, you know, something like that. Here comes. That's right out of Tube Snake Boogie. One of the best songs ever. And then this little thing. I got some more.
Go for it. Just because.
I know you can get weird. Let's go. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. You can get weirder than that. Oh, no, you can't do that.
That doesn't work.
That's it. Right.
See, you just no one can touch you when it comes to the weird stuff.
Yeah, you know, and I've always been like that with anything, with visual art I make, you know, it's got to be weird.
Yeah.
Or anything I do, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, you know, you got to stay stuff like stay on the trolley.
Keep your nose clean.
Keep your nose clean
Stop
and stay on
hitting
the
people.
trolley. Make sure to get that goose feather when you're out, you know?
All right. Well, my friend, thank you so much for joining me on this.
Oh my God, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, and thanks for having me over your house.
Oh, that's also been an absolute pleasure.
Come to the East Coast sometime.
I absolutely will, and we'll do a video at your house, and we'll play with the boys and hang out, you know?
Drink beer, tell lies,
I love it.
avoid our spouses.
Smoke a little pipe tobacco.
Live a little. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
And make sure you guys check him out. We'll drop the links. What is it one more time? Your band.
NoahEnghmusic.bandcamp.com. We'll put a link in there.
Don't look for him on the strip. Don't look for him on YouTube.
Don't look for me anywhere. Don't come to my house. Don't call me.
Especially you. You know who you are.
Yeah, exactly, Sally.